many times when we are making lists, whether they are bulleted or numbered, we want to reorganize them or we forget something, and when we try and use the tab and backspace buttons, things can get a little unruly. So I wanted to show you two of my favorite buttons in the ribbon. They are up here. So one is called Decrease Indent, and of course the description pops up. The other is Increase Indent, and they are always here in the ribbon. They are in other Microsoft programs and Google programs as well. But basically the way that I use them is if I want my cursor or my bullet point to move to the right, I use the one with the arrow to the right. And if I want it to move to the left, I use the one with the arrow to the left. So, for example, here is a grocery list where you might jot down things as they come to mind. But then maybe you want to go back and organize them through aisle or department or something like that. If I'm going to hit enter right at the very top, it's going to create another bullet point. And maybe I want to put breads up at the top. So I'm going to want to indent bread. Now, sometimes using the tab key can work, which is great. That's the same as using this increase indent. But very often when we are utilizing some kind of list, it's when we want to then move back over here that we have an issue. Because if I just hit backspace, it's not going to move the cursor back. It's just going to delete the bullet point. And I've seen many people fight with these bullet points. So later down in the list, I have buns and bagels. So I am going to paste those in, but they're not in the right spot. So I'm going to highlight both of them and use my increase indent. So I want to move them to the right, arrow to the right. Perfect. But now I also want to make sure I label that I need hot dog, hamburger, and I need hoagie buns. So now I want to go back and I want to write down dairy. But the way to move this bullet point is going to be by using the decrease indent button. So rather than hitting backspace and just eliminating the bullet point, it now has moved back to where I want it to be. So now I can do milk. Now, if we were going to make this a numbered list, oftentimes what happens is you might skip some spaces and insert a photo or something like that, but you want this to start counting again at number 1, not at number 6. So even though this doesn't have anything to do with the indent buttons, what you can do here is actually click on the button itself, or on the number. So I'm clicking right on that number 6, and you can see that all of them have lit up. But if I just right click on one of them, I can restart this list at 1. So now I have 2 lists of 5. If I come back up here and I glue them back together, I can also fix this with continue numbering, and all I did was right click. So dairy, shredded cheese, and maybe I want to make sure I get mozzarella, cheddar. I want to make sure that I get mild. But again, if I hit backspace, it's going to eliminate the bullet point completely. So if I want the cursor to go to the left, I'm going to use the left arrow, or decrease indent. First, it's going to take me back to a square. Then it's going to take me back to the open circle. Then finally, it's going to take me back to the main level.